Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Opal, and in today's video I just want to talk about the process for getting your plan approved when you're building your own home in Jamaica. So I have done that process. Now what I have done in the past is that my current home, I have done additions on my home, and I want to walk you through that process that I went through when I was getting the plan approved. Because let's face it, if you don't have an approved plan, you cannot build. All right, and that is a requirement from the different parish councils across Jamaica. So the first thing you want to think about is what exactly do you want from your home, what it is that you want, what is your dream, right? So for me, I always wanted to work from home. I always did. So at the back of my mind, I wanted an office space. The next thing is that I also wanted to have a living room different from a TV room, because I always want to preserve my couch when I have guests. I can have a nice space where my guests can really sit and we can talk and we can banter, which is different from a TV room where you have kids eating and messing up the couch and all of that. I also love a great kitchen. I don't have my dream kitchen yet, but I love a great kitchen. So those were the thoughts in my mind in terms of what I wanted from a home. I also knew that I wanted to do some type of short-term rental, more along the lines of Airbnb. And so when I was creating my plan, these are all the things I thought about. So I would like to encourage you to think for your dream home, for the home that you're going to live in, what it is that you desire. Now, once you've thought through that, start making little sketches on paper. Where do you want to put your living room? Where you want to put your bathroom? Where should your kitchen go? And all these different things. I believe I probably took 2 or 3 months just drawing, moving things around. Yes, this looks good. Probably I should move that there, etc. I know a big thing for me is, having a powder room. I always thought that if I have guests coming over, I didn't want my guests to use my personal bathroom, and I wanted a powder room that was, easily accessible. So those are the things I kind of incorporated within my plan. Now, once you've thought about the layout, and of course you can also go online and look for examples of layout, because that helped as well for me. So I had my own thoughts, but I found material, that helped to say, okay, yeah, this is a nice flow. Now, another thing is that you want to think about the exterior of the home. Is it going to be modern? Is it going to be traditional? Is it going to be European? Is it going to be more rustic? What it is that you like? What is your taste? Do you want a traditional home that has, the apex roof? Do you want something more modern, more flat, etc.? Start going online and looking for the things that you love. Now, once you have conceptualized what it is that you want in the flow of the home, as well as what should outside the exterior look like, then what is the next step? So the next step really is that you want to reach out to a draftsman or an architect who is going to put your dream on paper, right? So I worked with a draftsman, and the draftsman, I gave him the layout that I had on paper. This is where I want my living room. This is where I want my kitchen. My master bedroom should have an ensuite bathroom. I spoke to him and I showed him on paper, and I also sent him pictures of the exterior design that I loved, right? And so he took what I gave him, came up with a design, sent it back to me. You know, I was not fully sold on everything. It started to come together. So one of the things you can expect during that process is some back and forth, you know, okay, tweak this here, change this there. So that process, of course, went on until I was satisfied. And I believe that is going to be the same thing for you, that a person is going to put some digital plan together, share it with you. He shared it with me through WhatsApp, also sent through email. So the sharing of the plan is nothing difficult for you to see. So once you have agreed on your final plan, you know, you need to print it. There are some requirements from the parish council, and I will share that with you here. The requirement stipulates how many copies of the plan that you need to submit, as well as there is a form that you would have to fill out for the application process. I'll also show you here. Now, when you fill out that form, you are going to be charged by the square meter. So in essence, for each square meter that you are constructing, there is going to be a cost associated with that. And I'll put that on the screen as well so you can see that cost. Of course, you can go to your parish council website. Each parish will have a different parish council, and so the websites are different. You can go on the website, you can see all the forms, you can see the instructions around what you need to submit your plan. So once your plan is approved, the parish council is going to contact you, and the parish council will have you pick up a package with one. You are going to get the building permit to say you have been granted the permission to construct, whether it's addition or building a property from scratch. And you're also going to get some conditions of approval. So I have my condition of approval here. Now, one of the things with the condition of the approval, it basically says that you have 2 years to commence the construction. So it says if the construction does not commence within 2 years from the date that it was approved, the approval shall be deemed to have lapsed. It shall be null and void, following which a full resubmission of building plans, related documents, and fees shall be required for the renewal of the building plan. So in other words, if you don't construct within 2 years of the approval, you're going to have to do the process all over again. And sometimes I think that's why some persons rush to at least do their foundation, so that they don't have to go through that process of having resubmission and having the plan approved. Now there are some other details that you are given in the document. It speaks to the type that you can go ahead and implement plumbing and electricity. It speaks to the type of foundation that is expected, the type of pit that it is expected, etc. And it also gives you information regarding you providing them with basically a notice to say you are about to build. So the note that I have here that says no less than 2 days before you start constructing, the builder or the person in charge of the work shall give notice to the municipal engineer or the superintendent in writing. And when you provide that notice, you have to tell them where the work is done and give your name and address. And there's some other details, of course. Now, you also get, along with the approval, you also get a site inspection form, if you can see it. Now, why do you get this inspection form? The parish council will come to your property twice. The first time they come to your property is once you have dig the foundation, lay down your steel, the parish council is going to come to your property to inspect that the foundation has been laid properly, the steel work is done properly. You have dig a foundation that is at least 3 feet, and before you can cast that foundation in cement, the parish council must come and look at the steel work to say yes, the work has been done properly. So you have to fill out a site inspection form, drop off at the parish council, and you give them your address on the form, and you tell them when they can come to inspect the work. Now you get 2 forms. The next time the parish council comes to your property is when you do the steel work for the roof. So when you're doing the steel work for the roof, again, they're going to come to ensure that the steel work is sturdy, it is up to expectation, and everything is done in accordance with the regulations of the parish council and whatever other regulations are there. So you are the one, you submit this when you are finished with the steel work and the digging of the foundation and you're ready to cast. This is you submit this, and then you go back and submit this when you want them to inspect the roof. And the final thing that you're going to get from the parish council, you're going to get this nice big document. Now what it is, this is a notice that you have to put up for your neighbors to see. So you put this externally, whether it's on your door, your gate, but it has to be somewhere where the neighbors can see. Now what is this saying? It says to take notice that you have submitted to whichever municipality council the intent to erect a building, right? And it will list out your address, and then it says any person who wish to object to the erection of such a building for the purpose specified in this notice is required to give notice in writing and stating the grounds of his objection to the municipality, and they have to give this objection within 14 days from the date they have specified. And this you get right around the time that you submit your plan, so not after. So I'm just correcting that. You get this right around the time that you submit the plan to the parish council. So of course that's it for the approval. Once you've gone through that process, you can now go through the process of building. So I'm going to do another video on that where I definitely break down, you know, what is the process like building or renovating or extending your home, that step by step in terms of stages that you would need to expect. So I've been through that process 3 times now, so I know exactly at this point in time, I know exactly, okay, what happens now, what happens next. And honestly, I think I kind of enjoy construction too, so that's why you know, the knowledge is there. Alright guys, so take care. That's it for today's video, and I'll see you next time.